Welcome to this premium educational note. Today, we're diving into a full-blown masterclass on how to literally turn your own expertise into a highly profitable, scalable digital business. You know, if you've ever wondered how modern creators are building these incredible, lasting careers right from their laptops, well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to treat this like a one-on-one professional mentorship session. I'm going to give you the exact blueprint to start, grow, and actually monetize your knowledge. But before we get into the nuts and bolts, I really want you to ask yourself a serious question. Are you renting or owning your audience? Just think about the real-world financial risk of building your entire career, your whole brand, on platforms that you don't even control. With social media, your reach is completely at the mercy of algorithms. One tiny update and boom, your business could literally vanish overnight. That is a massive, massive liability. So the difference between renting and owning is actually crystal clear. Social media gives you unpredictable rented attention, but an email subscriber list, now that is an owned, highly predictable digital asset. To put it in perspective, email is roughly 40 times more effective at acquiring customers than social media. Crazy, right? When someone hands over their email address, they're basically inviting you straight into their living room, their inbox. And that direct connection, that's the absolute foundation of a resilient business. Okay, let's dive right into this. We are living in the absolute golden age of the creator economy. And look, this isn't just about influencers doing dances. It's a massive digital marketplace where professionals, developers, writers, everyday people are monetizing their actual skills. In this modern economy, your knowledge is the ultimate product. Whether you're an AI consultant or a financial analyst, the insights locked in your head have massive commercial value. Why? Because people will gladly pay for information that helps them save time, make money, or learn a real skill. Here is our roadmap for today's note. We're going to cover the Substack economy, finding your profitable niche, writing newsletters people actually love, audience growth strategies, monetizing your knowledge, and finally, scaling the whole shebang with AI. All right, section 1, the Substack economy and its incredibly powerful publishing ecosystem. The absolutely most crucial thing to understand here is this: trust compounds over time. Unlike social media, which kind of forces you to constantly chase viral algorithms, a successful subscription business is built on a foundation of trust. Subscribers pay you because they trust your consistent, high-quality insights. And honestly, just like compound interest in a bank account, that trust grows exponentially over time, turning casual readers into a highly dedicated, paying community. Moving right along to section 2, finding your profitable niche. This is where your passion meets market demand. You know, a lot of people freeze up right here because they think they need a fancy PhD to get started. You absolutely don't. You just need to look at where the money is flowing right now. We're talking about high-income niches like technology and AI, business and entrepreneurship, finance, career skills, and health and wellness. Readers are eagerly pulling out their credit cards for these topics because the info directly helps them advance their careers or just plain improve their lives. It's high ROI knowledge, plain and simple. Now, as you build out this niche, you have to balance your content diet. On one hand, you have evergreen content, things like, say, programming fundamentals or investing basics. These hold their value for years and constantly pull in new readers through search engines. On the other hand, you have news content, like the latest AI product launch. That drives massive, immediate attention, but it expires fast. The most profitable publications out there engineer a really strategic mix of both, so they're always relevant but never obsolete. Let's shift gears a bit to section 3, writing newsletters people love. Listen, your newsletter needs to make the reader feel like opening it was the absolute best use of their time all day. And the secret sauce here? A simple storytelling framework. Humans just don't remember isolated facts. We are wired to remember stories. So you start by setting the situation, introduce the challenge, present your solution, show the result, and finally distill the lesson. Even the most highly technical coding concepts suddenly become super memorable when you structure them exactly like this. And this brilliantly illustrates the standard anatomy of a professional newsletter. It kicks off with a killer subject line and preview text to really drive up that open rate, followed by an opening hook that just demands attention. Then you deliver the main content, summarize it with key takeaways, and, this is critical, you end with one single clear call to action. Never, ever leave your reader guessing. Tell them exactly whether you want them to subscribe, upgrade, or share the post. Which brings us right to section 4, audience growth strategies. Okay, there is a totally crucial startup rule you need to internalize right now. You have to build your library before you aggressively promote it. Here is a rock-solid 90-day growth plan to do exactly that. Month 1 is all about just keeping your head down and publishing consistently. Month 2, you step out a bit, repurposing that content and doing some networking. And by month 3, you're activating referral systems and doing cross-collaborations. This is exactly how you go from zero to some serious momentum. Once you get the system running, you unlock what we call the growth flywheel, and it's a real game changer. You publish incredible value, your readers naturally share it with their friends, which increases your overall trust and authority in the space. That authority then directly converts into paid subscriptions, and you just reinvest that revenue right back into making the product even better. It's a beautiful, compounding loop of organic growth. Now for the part literally everyone asks about. Section 5, monetizing your knowledge. We really need to shift your mindset here. You are no longer just writing articles, okay? You are building the hybrid publishing model, which is basically the gold standard right now. Your free newsletter acts as the ultimate marketing funnel. It drives audience growth and builds up your brand. Meanwhile, your paid newsletter acts as the monetization engine. That's what secures your recurring revenue and delivers deep, exclusive value to your core community. They work perfectly together. But remember, your newsletter is just the foundation. As a modern digital business, you should absolutely never rely on just a single source of income. From that one core Substack, you can branch out into paid subscriptions, lucrative brand sponsorships, affiliate marketing, launching your own digital courses, or even high-ticket consulting and coaching. You aren't just writing an email, you are building a bulletproof financial ecosystem. Finally, let's look at the future in Section 6, Scaling with AI. If you want to truly thrive in the future of publishing, you've got to understand how to scale using smart tools like Claude or Notebook LM. So here is the exact modern AI-assisted workflow. It always starts with a human idea. Then you use AI to rapidly aggregate your research and build out an outline. Next, you step back in to write the human draft, really infusing it with your unique personality. After that, you hand it back to the AI for a ruthless structural edit. And finally, you apply the final human polish. This automates all the heavy lifting while completely preserving your critical thinking. If you take away just one piece of mentorship wisdom from this note today, please let it be this. Think of AI as an accelerator, not an autopilot. Your readers are subscribing for your judgment, your experience, and your unique perspective. If you just let AI write the whole thing for you, you're going to lose your soul and your audience. Use it strictly to enhance your expertise, never ever to replace it. As you scale up over the next few years, this goes from being just a solo side project to a massive, lasting legacy. Think about it. Your newsletter archive eventually gets organized into published books, your frameworks become comprehensive video courses, and suddenly, you've evolved into a thriving, highly profitable media company ecosystem. And the craziest part? It all stems from that very first post. We've covered the systems, the models, and the tools. But honestly, the only thing standing between you and a profitable knowledge business right now is execution. So I'm going to leave you with this one provocative question. What valuable knowledge will you share with the world today? It's time to launch your publication, take action, and claim your space in the digital economy. Get out there and start building.